Good afternoon, everyone. Romney Smith at WTOC for The News Now. This is where we bring you updates, the stories that we're working on for you right now. And we are on a lot of platforms, including social media, specifically Facebook, is where you can interact with me live. Thank you so much for those of you who are already joining us. Tiffany Van Blaricum, Keisha Player, Kathy Tressier, Kiki McIntyre, Tabitha Prentice. I see your comments. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. So local and state leaders, of course, continue to work on the harbor expansion, which will increase the number of ships and the kind of cargo boats that come into Savannah. Well, today, within the past hour and a half, we just learned that could mean a change for the Talmadge Bridge. What is the change, you ask? Let me break it down for you. WTOC reporter Sean Evans is actually attending that meeting, and he messaged us to say that the executive director, Griff Lynch, mentioned the possibility of studying if the Talmadge Bridge would need to be replaced. That would be a huge deal if that study said it did, and then if actions were taken to actually stop, break it down, and then replace the Talmadge Bridge. Now, again, no action steps are being taken. It's just a possibility to see if a study needs to be done to look at the bridge and any changes and tweaks that would need to be done to make sure it can handle the largest of large ships. And then if our bridge can't handle it, looking at potentially replacing it. Now, work on the Savannah Harbor Deepening Project is expected to finish in late 2021, so this is a long-term project. And due to the expected increase in ships and ship size, the need to examine our infrastructure requirements is now on the table. Sean Evans, again, still at that meeting, and if he has any more information, he'll let us know, but he'll have a full report tonight on WTOC. Well, over to politics right now on the campaign trail. Brian Kemp has unveiled his plan to address school security if he becomes Georgia's next governor. And here's his proposal. It's going to cost $90 million. That's mainly focused on student mental health, by funding support counselor programs in high schools and a one-time $30,000 fund for every single individual public school in Georgia to improve security. However, his proposal sounds really good, but it does not address arming teachers, banning guns in schools, or exactly how he would pay for it. That's the kicker. It will cost $90 million, but he didn't say where that money would come from, so that's certainly something we would like to follow up on with him. Also, related to schools, one story doing really well on social media right now has to deal with school start dates. About 900 of you have taken our poll so far. It's on our Facebook page if you want to go there. So our poll basically asked Georgia lawmakers looking to push back school start dates, mandating that public schools start closer to Labor Day. That's something that would impact every student in Georgia, also their parents as well, and any end of summer vacations you guys want to take. So we asked you, we want to know what you think. Do you want your child to go back to school after Labor Day? So far, 76% of you are saying yes and 24% saying no. So keep in mind there are still plenty of time to weigh in. Just go to the WTOC Facebook page and then you can weigh in. We'll have even more comments and votes this afternoon when you watch. Of course, Elizabeth Rollins is actually working on this story, and if it will become a reality, we'll let you know more on that a little bit later. We also continue to follow breaking news out of the state of Maryland in Aberdeen, where there was a shooting this morning that killed several people and sent several others to the hospital. So we've been following this, and we have confirmed that it was a single shooter. And what makes this a little bit different than other workplace shootings is that it was a woman. Women usually are not the shooters, but in this case, it was a woman. She was also critically injured, so she is in the hospital right now. Here's what the Hartford County Sheriff in Maryland has to say about the entire incident.
At this time, I can confirm multiple wounded and multiple fatalities. Based on what we know right now, and again, very preliminary, the lone suspect in this incident is in custody and is in critical condition at a local hospital. It appears to be a single weapon that was used, a handgun, and there were no shots fired by any of the law enforcement officers responding to the scene. We do not believe that there's an additional threat anywhere to our Hartford County community.
We will certainly continue to follow that story. Again, a woman opened fire in a Rite Aid shipping facility in Aberdeen, distribution center, in Aberdeen, Maryland earlier today, killing more than one person. We've seen reports of 3 or 4, still working to get a solid number, but there are 4 others that were taken to the hospital. Some needed surgeries. We're still working to get their names. All family has to be identified before hospital officials will release that to the public. Certainly a story we are following up, catching national attention. Back to the story about the Talmadge Bridge. Some of you saying, what's going on? I see your comments on Facebook. One guy Let's see. Actually, no. Sherry Lilly saying it needs to be as wide as the Ravenel Bridge in Charleston. That could be an option, but keep in mind, nothing's being replaced right now. They're not making any adjustments. The group is just looking at if a study needs to be done to make sure that our bridge can tolerate the larger ships that are expected to come as our increase in shipping gets underway. All right, guys, we have much more to get to. We are coming up at 4 o'clock on the CBS affiliate in Savannah, Georgia. You can always follow me on Facebook. Be my friend. If you're watching me now, why not be my friend too? I love to interact with you guys directly. Also, you can stay in touch with everything on our website, WTOC.com, and our social media pages. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you later.